Kiss.
Dude, this movie was so good.
Dude, it is good.
I don't want to give a lot away, though, right? So we kind of have to, like, skirt around things.
Yeah, and I think it's good that we don't give a lot away, because this is one of those movies that the less you know, the more fun you're going to have when you go see it.
And I got to say the word skirt around things.
Right?
Yeah. When they present a movie like this to you, how do they explain this? I mean, it was just so good and so fun.
Mm-hmm.
How would you explain this to somebody, really?
Well, when they present it to me, all they have to say is, "You want to be in a movie with George Clooney?" And I say,
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Touche.
Yeah. but to actually explain the movie without giving things away, it's actually not too difficult, because I think they do a really good job with the trailers in showing that it is this movie with fantastic concepts and some really great visuals. But it's also a movie that has such a message of hope for the future, and in an era where things are seemingly going awry, and there's protests, and ISIS is seemingly taking over. This movie really does a great job at saying we can do something about the future, and we can take the power back.
You thought way too much more into it than I did. I was like, oh my God, it makes you think who's real and who's a robot. You know what I mean?
I guess
That's the whole time I watch it. If we went to movies together, you'd think more into things. Me, I'm just like, this could happen.
I love to consider. I love to think about movies. I'm the guy who do not talk to me in a movie. I remember once years ago, I went to a movie with my girlfriend, and it was one of our first dates, and halfway through the movie, she just sort of leaned over to me and says, "How are you?"
And you're like,
and I'm like,
it's over. You talked during the
doing
movie.
good.
We're done.
We're watching a movie. But who is this person?
Do you ever think something like this, I mean, with the way technology is going, something like this could exist maybe one day?
Mm-hmm. I think.
Or am I crazy? I don't know.
I think you are crazy.
Okay.
But I think technology also can exist.
Yeah.
Like this could exist in the future. I mean, it's so interesting. Tesla is a big centerpiece in this movie, and the things that he was coming out with back in the day, I think, have largely either been forgotten or swept under the rug. And there was some really advanced science that he was coming up with, and it's almost a shame that we're not employing more of that today. But also the human capacity for imagination and moving forward. I think, in one hand, what we're capable of tomorrow is yet to be written. And in another hand, it's great where we've got the creative pursuits in the world where we can make a movie and show people what is possible for the future, and then the scientists and the greater minds of us can say, let's figure out a way to make this real.
Yes, and then not tell anybody.
Yeah, right. And make a trailer that just makes it ambiguous and strange.
You gotta talk to me about working with George. I mean, that must have been first name basis. Sorry.
Yeah, of course.
It must have been so awesome to not only work with Clooney, but to be in a movie like this with him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think it'd be one thing if it'd be one thing if we were working on sort of like a small budget indie that he was directing, and that would be an experience in and of itself.
Yeah.
But the fact that this is a giant blockbuster Disney film, just really made the whole experience that much more absurd and bizarre. And here I am, roughing up George Clooney and grabbing him by the scruff of the neck, and it was very surreal. But he was a very genuine, down-to-earth guy. He was a very real character, good guy to work with.
And it's we'll end on this. This is definitely an awesome family movie.
Yeah.
This is something that everybody can just escape in and have so much fun watching.
Escape in, but also come out of it with, I think, a little more hope for tomorrow. And hopefully you're going to be inspired to do something about it.
And when you wish upon a star, you could be in Tomorrowland.
Ding!
Awesome, dude. Congrats. It was so good.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
man.
so much.